have arrived.
So guys, we've made it. We're here at Brands Hatch for the ACU 250 Grand Prix. So guys, we're here at Brands Hatch with the TZ250 5454 4TW project. We're hoping for a good weekend. This is the first time out on the bike. We've got one practice session, one qualifying, and then 3 races over the weekend. Let's see how we get on. We've gone back to the old bodywork for this morning just because the weather outside is really foggy, it's cold, and we've got a set of the new tyres on, so the 160, 120 from FWR. We've got a set of them on just to try them this morning. I have got some spare tyres just in case, but the idea was to try these tyres out before I go through my stock of the 165s. So yeah, that's the plan this morning. Old body work on. We've got practice, 10 minutes, and then we've got qualifying, another 10-minute session. So hopefully we'll be up to speed by then. We'll know what the bike's going to do, and yeah, it should be all good to go.
Hey, I thought something was up and that 125 was giving you a run for your money. Clutch.
So guys, a couple of issues in practice. Basically, the air duct doesn't fit on the spare fairing, so I forgot to put the cable tie in, so it's come loose. Sitting in front of the brake, so we couldn't brake hard. Not a major problem, just a cable tie. And then the clutch was slipping, so I'm going to just throw a new clutch on, clean this up, make sure everything's all good.
You just, 1 second I saw you coming around, next second she just was not there. Well, here we go, another broken wrist.
The clutch is slipping like a rocket on my fucker. The air intake on the front come loose and it was sat in front of the brake lever, so every time I went to the brake, I was like, what's going on here? I had to go flat out through that left and right, and I was like, but now we're going to sort of qualify.
Other than that, they're both running alright.
Seems it, just didn't really get push off.
What is that?
You ready to lead off now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go back.
Leave, right?
Left rule.
feel?
Hey. Quite fucking mint.
Yeah. Well,
It's not as fast as them.
Yes, you are. 0.05 of a second off out. Second. Yep.
I don't even try and my kill switch is fucking. My quick shifter has got like a 5-second delay.
Yeah.
So guys, qualifying done. One slight issue with the bike, the quick shifter seems out of sync with the bike. So every time I change gear, the quick shifter's cutting in after the gear's engaged. So just going to see if I can adjust that up now, and then hopefully we'll be 100% for the race. But the clutch is mint, and the air duct stayed in place, so we're making progress. So this bike's not going to have a quick shifter, so what we've done is we've got like a car brake light or a rear motorcycle brake light switch, which is on a strain sensor, and then what we do is we set it on so it beeps before the gear lever runs out of travel before the gear change, and then that obviously works the quick shifter. So what I've got to do is I've got to get the multimeter on there, and then check for continuity when I'm pressing the gear lever. And that'll be why the quick shift is not working right. It's got no continuity when it's pulled. So we're going to have to find the spare one and get that changed. So guys, we've replaced the switch for the quick shifter, and that's sorted that out. So we found that the old switch wasn't making contact unless you twizzled it a bit and wobbled it. So put a new switch on there. Fingers crossed that's sorted it out for the race. 12 lap race, we did 12 laps in qualifying, so we should be good on fuel and everything like that. Everything's looking good today now, so sun's out, temperature's coming up, the bike's probably a little bit rich, but we're going to stay on the safe side just for today, re-evaluate after the race and see what happens. But yeah, everything seems to be working well at the moment, so yeah, let's see how we get on. Fingers crossed, no more issues. Hey guys, so just finishing up now really. We've had a busy day, great day, everyone's ecstatic, we've had a great result. Bike's been an absolute weapon today, so it's been absolutely flying. We did our after race checks, whipped the plugs out, stuck a camera down, and we can see we've got a discoloured line all the way around the outside of the pistons. So we think we're like proper borderline on detonation. It's not caused us any issue, but we're going to play on the safe side. So we're going up a jet size and we're backing the ignition off a little bit. We also had a bit of a vibration, so we've just put a brand new chain on. We found a tight spot in the chain, so we think that was causing a vibration. So yeah, it was shaking down the straights, but yeah, it felt like it related to the chain. So we're hoping it's just a chain issue. Put a new chain on, just back the ignition off a degree, and put in the jets up a size. So hopefully tomorrow the pistons will show washed around the clean area, and yeah, we'll be able to finish the weekend out strong. So yeah, we had a great ride today, everything seems well, and we're gonna finish putting the bike together now. Levi wants to show you all the trophy. He's really ecstatic, he's really happy. So we managed to get second place, right on the back of the leader, managed to catch him, got stuffed by a back marker on the last lap, and yeah, come back in second place, half a second off the leader. So good result, really happy, and we'll see if we can replicate that for the rest of the weekend. But yeah, we'll see how we get on, but yeah, it's all good. So yeah, just finishing off with the bike now, doing the jet change. So I've cleaned out the airbox on the top, and going from there. Welcome to Brands on the Sunday morning. As you can see in the background, I mean, the weather is foggy, it's cold, it's not looking pleasant, but we're all good to go. So we've done a few bits to the bike, made some adjustments. We've had a new chain, changed the jet in, we've moved the timing slightly, we've had new clutch, we've had new quick shifter switch. So yeah, we've had quite a bit to do this weekend. The results have been good. So yeah, let's look forward to get going this morning. We've got a morning warm-up just to test the bike, make sure everything's good, and then we've got 2 races today. So we've got a 10 lapper to start with, and then a 12 lapper in the afternoon for the main race. So let's see how we get on. Hopefully everything's good, but I just wanted to show you obviously the weather this morning. The fog's in, pretty chilly, but let's hope that the fog clears and the sun comes out and we have another lovely day like yesterday.
That sort of shit you don't get caught in
It's
college.
just fucking handy, that is, telling me. I'm just telling you what I just read off your text messages.
Oh wow, fucking hell, he actually knows this shit. Next one then.
Thank you very much. And hopefully we get a singing so I can hang on to it. But
Well, yeah.
it wasn't pulling down the straights, and and then when Nick come past me, it just easy, very typical manoeuvre, like, and it stopped on the corner.
Right,
Yeah, we'll get there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Got any more of them clips here?
I'm hoping so.
So I suppose if things weren't sent to try us, then it wouldn't be so rewarding when we get everything right. So we've had a bit of a hard start to the day this morning. The bike just wasn't running right in the first race. We got away with the eventual winner, was following him, and then obviously I lost power and dropped back. Got away with the leader, was following him for a bit, and then the bike lost power and started fluffing top end, mainly in 5th and 6th down the start finish straight, and then it started doing it down Surtees. So we kind of lost a bit of power. I had to drop back. Dropped back into the clutches of Nick Sampson on his Honda. Few back marker iffy moments, and he managed to get past us and dropped us back to 3rd. Yeah, a bit frustrating, but obviously it's a new bike, we're developing it, so we're just trying to work out the quirks and everything. We've checked the pistons, we've checked everything looks good at the moment. We have dropped back to the jets that we were using yesterday. We was kind of thinking it was running rich, but then we found that the wire for the quick shifter, the insulation had come off of it and it was actually arcing against the frame. So we found 2 faults. Obviously she was slightly too rich and the quick shifter was arcing against the frame. So fingers crossed we've got it all sorted, and we'll go again this afternoon. We've got a 12-lap race. Should be fun, and let's see how we get on. So if you got this far in the video, I just want you to know I appreciate you all. Without the views, likes, subscribes, you know, this channel's not going to go anywhere. So yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to all you guys for watching this far. Anyone that followed the racing at the weekend, you'll know that I pulled out of the final race. We had a couple of issues, so we couldn't really do a lot in practice. We had a slipping clutch, we had a loose inlet tube, ram air tube, that were causing issues. We sorted them out. We went out in qualifying. Didn't go perfect, but it wasn't bad. We had a quick shifter issue. Wasn't the end of the world. The bike obviously still performed well. We got second place by a fraction of a second, so that was good. And then we went out in the first race. We had a blinder in the first race. We didn't get the best going straight away. We kind of worked at it. I got a good pace going, made a good rhythm, managed to reel the leader in, and then wanted to have a go, but obviously backmarkers did me a favour to start with. I'm not going to lie, I got the better run through the backmarkers to start with, but then yeah, Phil managed to put a backmark in between us on the final lap, and that gave him just enough gap to hold me off and stop me making a move before the end of the race. So yeah, second place. The whole team were happy. We put a lot of work into this bike, and to get a result like that straight away meant the world to us. Was all really happy. Great showing. But on the other hand, it made Sunday even more frustrating. So the first race on Sunday, the bike lost power on about lap 3, started spluttering on full revs. Really strange one. It was like the gearing had changed, so I was flat out in third into Surtees. Normally you just click in third, running in and then getting as hard as you can on the brakes before being flat out, but for some reason I was revving out in third going into Surtees. And then I was revving out in fourth going into clearways, which was strange because the bike had plenty extra on Saturday, so it was as if something was affecting the rev range. And then on the back straight, once Nick caught me, number 5 on the Honda, it was proper noticeable. He just rode past me like I stood still. So yeah, not the best race. Dropped back, we got third. So, you know, not the end of the world. We got third, still getting good points. We got the bike back to the pits. We found that the quick shifter wire had come bare, so the tape that was covering the solder had come off and it was touching on the frame. We were thinking it was running rich, and we just jetted it up. So we put the jets back to where they were, where it run perfect on the Saturday. Went out for race 3. You know, happy, thinking, you know, we'd cured it and everything. Pulled off on the sighting lap. When the bike would normally come onto the pipe, so on a 2-stroke we say come onto the pipe, so that's when obviously the revs come up and the power kicks in. So basically when it had hit the power band, so yeah, when the bike normally had come onto the pipe under load, it just fluffed and it didn't want to accelerate. So I knew that the bike wasn't right, and rather than cause damage after spending so much money and everything on the bike, I thought it's best just to pull out the race, bring it back. We'll figure it out. Like I say, it's not the best because we had such a good Saturday going. We thought that obviously we were gonna, you know, be in the fight on the Sunday, but it didn't work out for us. We'll sort out the issues. We'll figure it out. The bike's shown that it's got good potential. The race on Saturday, it seemed to be on par. If I got a run out of a corner, I could hang with them down the straight. So I think we've bridged that gap, and you know, we've got the pipes that we're going to get done, and I'm on a diet as well, which my dad and my team like to keep telling me, you need to lose weight. You lose to 5k, you would have won that race. So yeah, so we're on a diet. We've got the pipes in production, so when we get the pipes, lose a bit of weight, get the fitness back, because I haven't rode for a whole year, so you know, we need to get the fitness back as well, and then that'll all give us little advantages and work through it. But yeah, we're really happy. So as depressing as Sunday was, we're realists, so we realise it's racing, you know, without the downs, the ups ends are great. And let me tell you, when you're racing, the ups are great. So that's how the weekend went. We've got a bit of work to do. We've got 4 weeks and then we're at Cadwell Park with this bike. I've actually only got 2 weeks. I'm up at Cadwell Park with the CRMC, where we'll have 3 bikes out. We'll have the ZXR 750s, we'll have the Lansdowne Manx Norton, and we'll either have the Exact Wild 320 or we'll have my Harris and Spondon 350s there. So that'll be a busy meeting for us. Better get my fitness up to scratch, otherwise we're going to look silly. I just want to say a massive thank you to 2T Engineering for all the work he's done for me on the bike. The bike was amazing on Saturday. You know, he done a great job of setting it up. Everything was great with it on the Saturday. The bike's showing real potential. So we know we've got a bit of a weapon to work with now. So a big thanks to 2T Engineering for all the help he's given me into the project. A big thanks to Dan at Gecko Motorcycles. He lent me the pipes, he's helped me every way. He got the cases machine for me. He's, you know, really pointed me in the right direction with the build and helped as much as he could, offering his knowledge or letting me borrow stuff to test and try on the bike. So a big thanks to Dan as well. Videos I've done, we haven't been riding, so I haven't really said much about people that helped me in the racing department. So I just want to say a thanks to Danish Sport for doing me a deal on levers and always looking out for me. So Andy's been a great help sorting out levers and stuff, does an amazing job. If I'm honest, I've never had made to measure leather suit before, but this suit's so comfortable, I wear it all the time. Like, I'm on a red bike and I've got my green suit on rather than my red leathers. But I've always been one that will squeeze into the next size down because I don't like how loose my knees fit in the normal leathers, or the arms flop about or something. They never really fit right. So made to measure leathers, brilliant. And obviously they stand out like a sore thumb in the bright green, which we love. So yeah, so big thanks to Danish Sport for the levers. And I also want to say a big shout out to Helmet City for always looking out for me with helmets, and they sorted out my boots for me as well. So if anyone's looking for helmets or boots, you know, check out the Helmet City website. They got some good deals on there, and they're always looking out for riders and people, so always worth checking out. So a big thanks to Helmet City as well for looking after me with my helmets and my boots. So guys, please remember, click subscribe, click like, comment if you want, but yeah, no, share my video about. All the support helps. I've got some good things coming up in the vlog as well, so we're gonna branch out into some other stuff, meet some riders and stuff. So, you know, if you wanna follow along, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and I'll try and keep it as interesting as I can. And like I say, I like to help out in the sport and everything. So, you know, if this does take off and we do get good support in the vlog, then obviously everything gets put back into racing anyway. So yeah, cheers for your support, guys.